Hi everybody, so I have a new book review for you. All that dust looking stuff, if you can see it, it's not dust, it's makeup, it's blush. Anyways, I have a new book review for you, and what it is it's two books in one by Nora Roberts. And The Law of Love is not what the book is called. It's got two classic books in it, and one is called Lawless, and the other is called The Law is a Lady. And let's start with the first book in the book. Lawless. It's about, okay, let me just read a little blurb. Half Apache and all man, Jake Redman was more than a match for the wild Arizona territory. Sarah Conway, on the other hand, was an Eastern lady who belonged anywhere else but on the rugged land that Jake loved. But beneath Sarah's ladylike demeanor beat the heart of a true pioneer, a woman he yearned to make his own. Oh God, it cracks me up. Anyways, I liked Lawless. Lawless was good. It was about a woman who, she comes out to meet her father, but she finds out her father's passed away. Spoilers, sorry. And, well, that's not really a big deal. It happens in the beginning of the book. And then she has to make it on her own in this rugged terrain. She meets this guy. He helps her out. La-da-la-da. They start falling in love. And then all these other little things happen. And that little things are cool. They're exciting. They keep you reading. You're like, oh, what happens next? It was a love story, and yeah, same thing as I always do. I'm like, oh, they're kissing and petting and kissing more, and ew, what are they doing in the hay? Or by the river, or wherever they do it now. And so, you know, you're like, okay, moving on, next page, to get to the exciting, fun stuff. It was well done. It was sort of a mystery of what happened, has to do with the gold rush, has to do with the saloons. It's nice. I liked it. I like the historical fiction type stuff. Okay, moving on to the next book. The Law is a Lady. Once Philip Kincaid fixed his mind on something, he set about getting it. And as soon as he'd stopped in friendly New Mexico, Friendly's the name of the town, he knew the town was the perfect locale for his film. And no-nonsense Sheriff Victoria Ashton looked pretty good to him, too. But Tori was giving Philip a run for his money, making him all the more determined to show her that even a lady of the law can surrender willingly to love. So, for Valentine's Day, this is my book review for you guys. And The Law is a Lady, not a big fan. I wasn't. Not because it wasn't historical. It was kind of because it dragged out a lot. So this film guy is racing through town, and he gets pulled over by like the local cop, and then he gets detained, and then they fall in love, and then the guy's like, oh my gosh, I'm glad I was detained here because now I'm going to film a movie here, and whatever, yada yada, petting by the river again, and happily ever after, whatever. That one really had no twists and turns or depth to it at all. Blah. I didn't like that one. But, so, if you can find Lawless by itself, I would recommend reading that book. The Law is a Lady, not a big fan. And they kept calling her a peace officer instead of a police officer, which was annoying. I mean, yes, she was from a small town in Hicksville, New Mexico, sorry. And, I couldn't remember what it was called. And she was the sheriff, though. But when they call her a peace officer. She carried a gun. So call her a sheriff or whatever. Stop calling her a peace officer. It was annoying. I don't know. If somebody knows what a peace officer is versus a police officer versus a sheriff, cool. Inform me. Let me know. So happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Read Lawless if you'd like. It's a nice Valentine's Day book. Nice and pink. And let me see. What else can I tell you? More book reviews coming very soon, as I read a couple, and during my move, there's a couple I've read, a couple I hated, a couple coming on the way, so stay tuned. See ya!